ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of First 15 here on PasticheofSkin. Today we're checking out Paragon during its beta weekend. So, just with Battleborn being out and having a chance to play it, and Overwatch being out and having a chance to play it, and Paragon being the third of the trilogy of games that seem to actually kind of have the same vein, same style, and same idea all coming out at once, this one has been awkward to me. I've had access to the actual software for a long while, and it kept pushing a founder's pack to get you to pay to play in the beta. And finally they did give us access to it for a weekend, which was actually a couple of weeks ago now, and they're going to be doing another one this weekend. But I'm already done. I already play Smite, and I get Smite, and I enjoy Smite, and has a bit of colorfulness to it. And I like the character designs, and I know what I'm doing in it, the same as I would in other MOBAs. Paragon is uninteresting to me in the vein that it looks drab. Really, in the worlds that we've seen so far with other games that are coming out for this kind of like battle arena kind of game type, obviously they're very, very different because this one's a third-person MOBA style game, so it's probably more comparable to Smite. But even if you put the two of them together, Smite wins. Mostly because it's been around for longer as well in a lot of ways. So you can see our character selection list that we have here in the beta. Obviously, I always choose female characters, so I'm going to be narrowing my choice down to Sparrow here, Gadget, or Decker. And picking out between which one of them does which. Essentially, I always go for long-range casters and kind of support units because I really can't wade into combat and be faster than anybody else, so I just need to pick and choose and help who I can, and then be a pain in the arse to anybody who wants to hunt me down otherwise. So going with Decker probably is the best bet, just for the fact that she has a lot of containment kind of moves and slowdowns, and still has a good little offensive bomb that you can toss in whenever you have a charge or enough mana for it. So, look at that selection list for a start. These obviously are the ones that are only available for the beta and this game's release whenever it does come out. The basic kind of like collection of crew. Smite's been around for so long now that it has a nice big pantheon. It actually has multiple pantheons and has multiple costumes and all of that kind of crack, and it doesn't have such a serious look to it. This looks like a serious intergalactic battle that's going on in this game. It doesn't kind of it doesn't have the exciting impetuous that Smite has for me. And I've enjoyed playing Smite, but I don't play it as much as I should, considering the fact that I actually paid for the to unlock all the heroes that you have in it. In this, I couldn't imagine myself taking this on in any board or any way more than as a free-to-play player. It's the world, the maps are wonderfully detailed, as you're about to see, and have a unique feel to them, while still feeling as generic as any planet-side Halo-esque alien location can be. It doesn't have charm, and that's one of the things that is pushing me away from it in a lot of ways. It obviously has the same kind of a loadout for your characters, where you jump in and pick your buffs that you're going to be working your way towards, and what ones you're going to be taking from your list. I didn't even think about using Dex in this whenever I was picking through, so it's just the fact that this was actually my first gameplay of the game, so I obviously make an absolute tit arse of myself trying to make my way down towards the laneways. The 3-lane MOBA style game doesn't hold interest to me as a game type. So this, no matter what, always feels like a forced enjoyment, or a forced kind of like, I need to know what this game style or this play type is because so many people are playing it. So I'm definitely not the person who could give a resounding judgment on it, but there's things that actually would be crowd pleasing to the eye, and watching through these loadouts and the obviously, again, by the way, this is beta, so I wouldn't like say that this could be constantly bad, but it does feel like a very stripped down, bare bones kind of like UI and utilitarian kind of environment. So it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it engages me as other games of its type would. But it's all for the telling once you're actually in combat. Moving on to a much later part of the battle, because obviously you know what the basic format was with this. The game always feels a little bit more involved and entertaining and interesting in the tail end of these matches for me. So, like, what, did you really want to sit and watch me leveling up and running through this for about 15-20 minutes? I doubt that. So, the enemies do have a nice design and look to them. I like the minions. The scope of the map, the world that you're in, feels big. So just before we make our final and last surge right onto the enemy base, let's just go and take a look at our upgrades. So you can see what kind of upgrades you end up using, different cards. The way the cards work in the decks is that you can have different ones to use and to select to level up and upgrade after beating or completing missions and then opening deck boxes or Paragon deck cards or whatever it is they essentially call them. And that means the customization of people's loadout is going to be a lot more unique and based around what they can receive, which of course will then be supported by a in-game marketplace, I'm sure, of some sort, where you can buy rare decks and higher chances and similar veins of lunacy. So the big rush back to the enemy base has never been one of those things where I always enjoyed. Like this dash from the beginning. I'm almost sure there must be an easier way to get there, considering the fact that we've actually moved our ways all the way up to the front. But what do I know about MOBAs? Right, so you can see that we've actually kind of really pushed in. We're down to the last wire and we're taking down the last enemy base. You can see that explosions and stuff coming from it. The AI in these co-op versus AI missions are, I mean, they're forgiving. There's a point and reason why they're letting us kind of get to grips with the controls. So you can see one of the more containment skills that I use as Decker that kind of like holds enemies in, pens them in where they can't run away, escape if there's like a nice bombardment of fire coming down on them, or also holds them back if you actually find yourself in a situation. This is the other one where you actually use slow down to kind of make people take longer to get through. So I'm just kind of just dropping my character in there, just hammering it with everything I can, including that little bomb is actually the first skill that you unlock. So it's epic damage, as it keeps announcing to me in the back of my ear. But this is it. This is how you finish. You take down the enemy's core, and they can't respawn. Boom! Victory is ours. Woo! Party popper. So then looking at the stats of everybody's gameplay. Of course, moving on. And finally going to take a look at how they relate the status and character progression in this game, or, well, I suppose commander progression, because you change hero and change hero and change hero. So here's my Decker. And see how much I've leveled across. Look at that. Nice little boost for victory in that one. So, I mean, a lot of the stats and information are going to be relevant to people who are actually kind of carrying long-term careers in this. I didn't feel the urge to play again. Maybe it might have been just the class I was picking. Maybe it's just the level I was on. But I wasn't triply intrigued by this, so I obviously wanted to kind of like get out of the team and move on and try something else. Now, the menu screen, as you can see, is very, very PC orientated, with this track mouse that's moving around the screen selecting through menus. They haven't made the UI quick and easy to slip through as a console user, which it's just part and parcel of the beta experience, so I'm pretty sure it'll change. So let's open a pack of cards here and see what actually happened. So it has its own little Hearthstone-y feel where you just turn each card and you make unlocks and like, woo! Yeah, rares! Woo! Levels! Woo! I have no idea what any of these mean. But I recognize some of them from my previous match. Obviously, I'll be able to use those in future, and you can always buy more card packs. So let's take a look in here. Take a look at Watch. There's a really built-in system for spectating other people's games, which is great. I mean, that's something that actually will probably drive more attention to Paragon, just to actually have a Paragon TV kind of channel. I remember Forza TV doing something similar back in the day with the games. That's Paragon, folks. You know, there's not much else I can really say about this game. It didn't float my boat. It may float yours. And I want to say thank you very much for watching me kind of give my first little ideas and experience on it. Come back again for any more First 15s. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And guys, I love you. You love me. Let's all do this again sometime soon. Let's all see each other in the next video. Bye-bye.